Good evening. Hello? Yeah, good evening. As always, then I'll also have to call IDP. IDP, good evening. Because from morning I'm only hearing this 3-letter word all the time. Okay. தமிழில் ஒரு சேயிங் சொல்லணும்னா சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் படத்துக்கு போயிட்டு மெகா சீரியல் பார்த்தா எப்படி இருக்கும், பற்றிக்கிட்டு வரும்ல நம்மளுக்கெல்லாம். So I know this is one of the most difficult session. In fact, I told the organizers from NASCOM, if there is somebody who will be hated the most in this particular session, it's going to be me. Because if you get Lydian to the NASTech event and ask him to speak when the piano is getting set, you all are waiting to see Lydian perform. Absolutely yes? Yes, then give him a big round of applause and a shout out. Yeah? Lydian, இவங்களாம் கார்ப்பரேட்ல இருந்து, அதனால கிளாப் தட்டும்போது கூட ரொம்ப டீசெண்டாக இப்படி தான் தட்டுவாங்க. Big round of applause. Yeah, thank you. So I'm going to introduce Lydian, and there's a very nice video which we will play before we get him. But this introduction is very tough, and I'm going to try my best. Okay. So Lydian Nadhaswaram is a young Indian musician who is from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. His music incorporates elements from many musical genres such as Western classical, jazz, blues, Carnatic, R&B, and many more. Normally when we identify a musician, we identify him or her with one musical instrument. Yes, he is an expert in piano, expert in drums or flute. Lydian plays not more than 24 musical instruments. 24, okay, please read it right. Piano, drums, guitar, bass guitar, சில இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட் வாயில் நுழைய மாட்டேங்குது, அதனால் ஐம் நாட் ரீடிங் இட். தப்லா, மிருதங்கம், கஜீரா, வயலின், ஹர்பேஜி, ஓகே, ட்ரம்பட், வீணா, தவில், பேம்பு ஃப்ளூட், மெலோடிகா, ஹார்மோனிகா, கட்டம், மிடி, சாக்ஸோஃபோன், சைக்ளோஃபோன், marimba, and the list goes on. Okay. So yesterday when I asked him during the prep discussion, I wanted to ask him, how did this instrument find you? He gave me a look. Which instrument? Because all 24 instruments are found in. Okay, so more than instrument, I think it is Lydian who's finding instrument after instrument. Lydian is a title winner of the CBS World's Best Competition Season 1 in 2019, where he represented India amongst 185 countries around the globe, and he is also the first Indian musician to appear in Ellen DeGeneres show and the Symphonist Spanish TV show in the Telemundo networks. He was awarded the youngest best drummer, and please note, Lydian is only 17 years old. And so in that he has been awarded the youngest drummer award. Okay, he studied Russian piano under Dr. Sujith Chatterjee, and he is also the student of A.R. Rahman's KM Music Conservatory in Chennai. He has completed his grade at Trinity College of London piano examination under Dr. Augustine Paul. The list goes on and on. I'm not going to break some of these surprises in, because that's what we're going to do it in this part of the discussion. We are going to keep it light. In fact, yesterday when I asked him, tell me some questions which I should not ask you, right? Some of these musicians and sports person are asked the same question over and over again. Dey enna vittudra அப்படின்ற அளவுக்கு கதறுவாங்க. So we are going to keep it light. I promise you the piano will take about 10 minutes to set up. Okay, so that's the time that we are going to use the opportunity to get to know more about Lydian, what gets in his mind. Given a chance, I would love to interview his father. Okay. Now, I just want you to acknowledge the presence of Lydian's parents. Sir, if you can please acknowledge yourself. That Lydian's father, Lydian's mother. Yeah. And his beautiful sister, to whom I am a big fan of, who's again a musician, right? So if you guys permit, we'll also ask the family few questions, right? We are going to keep it absolutely informal, right? Would you like to play the video for Lydian as we get him on stage, please? Can you play this lovely AV?
Lydian Nadhaswaram. नाम में ही सब कुछ है. स्वर, नाद, संगीत, प्रभुता, लीनता, समर्पण और न जाने क्या क्या. हमारे हिंदुस्तान में आश्चर्य की कोई सीमा नहीं. असीमित आश्चर्य का दूसरा नाम है लिडियन, चेन्नई के युवा संगीतकार. लिडियन 20 से अधिक साजों को, संगीत वाद्यों को बजा सकते हैं, जिनमें शामिल है पियानो, ड्रम, गिटार, तबला, वायलिन, वीणा आदि। इंडिया के यंगेस्ट बेस्ट ड्रमर 2013 का खिताब भी जीत चुके हैं। इन अवार्ड्स के साथ कई ऐसे अवार्ड लिडियन ने जीते हैं जिनको पाने पर सिर्फ लिडियन को ही नहीं, पूरे भारत को गर्व है। आने वाली हिस्टोरिक फैंटेसी 3D मूवी में लिडियन नादस्वरम अपने संगीत का जादू बिखेरने वाले हैं।
I have never heard or seen anything like what we just witnessed.
I'm just trying to hold my tears in right now because that was remarkable, Lydian.
For example, in my left hand, I can play Mission Impossible, and on my right hand, I can play Harry Potter simultaneously. So both are different time signatures.
Yeah, that's incredible. And so how was it to perform on the world's best?
It was really a different experience to me to have an opportunity to play piano in such a huge international platform, and I'm thankful to the World's Best team and the CBS for selecting me as a contestant, and it's really a fortune to see so many talents around the world, and also so many judges from all over the world, and 3 American Prime judges, and that was just really awesome. And my sincere thanks on behalf of my country and on my family to the United States of America.
Well, that was amazing.
Thank you.
That was incredible.
Thank you so much.
All right. I know that you want to play on the moon. I can't get you to the moon, but I got something for you. Next time you play, you're going to play with the moon on your back, and so it's close enough to being on the moon.
And the act with the most votes will win $1 million and be crowned the world's best. For the very last time, let's face the wall of the world. Congratulations, Lydian. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Cookie One demonstration team. Thank you so much. Which means that Lydian is our champion. Lydian, you are the world's best. Well done. Lydian, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, our world's best winner, Lydian.
So on that note, let's welcome the superstar for today evening, Lydian Nadhaswaram, on stage, please. I think we can give a big, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I must confess, when I saw Lydian speaking on this television show, that's the longest that I've heard him speak. Because yesterday when we were doing this discussion, he was like this miniature version of A.R. Rahman sir when it comes to speaking. Yeah, I like everything. What do you do? I do everything. That's how much, and this is the longest I've heard you speak. And before we get into this interview, I don't know how many of you noticed when these final moments were decided, right? And when the actual winner got announced, how many of you noticed his father's reaction? Calm, composed? Yes? That's how he is on a normal day, okay? So for him, I don't think anything moves him, right? We are all tense whether Lydian will win. Even there's excitement in this kid's face. Father is like Buddha, calm and composed, right? So this is an absolute honor to interview you, Lydian. I'm just going to ask you a few questions on behalf of the audience. If you can just see if it's switched on. Yeah. Now, let's go back in time. Your father told me that in about 18 months, you displayed all characteristics of being a legend in music. How did music happen? And run us through your childhood days of how did you pick the passion for music, or did music pick you?
So, first of all, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you so much for having me here. And I'm so happy to sit here with Uncle Sujith and doing this interview. And thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine.
So, the answer for your question, well, my parents used to tell me that when I was like not even 18 months old, I was like 8 months old or something, and I would be in the swing. And there will be, when myself and my sister are sleeping in the bedroom, my dad used to come in the bedroom and he used to sing the songs, some lullabies, and he used to play mirdangam to make us go to sleep. And he says that I used to shake my hands in talam, in tempo, and that's how he recognized. And then on a special day, which was my sister's birthday, I remember 2007, January 29th, there was a lot of gifts for her. So what I did is I picked like a dress box, and also someone gifted her a xylophone. So I picked the xylophone sticks and like a dress box, and I started to play like a triplet pattern, which goes like. So I was playing that for more than half an hour, it seems. So my dad told that.
So was at what age, you said?
Like 1.5 years old.
Okay, please not 1.5 years. Okay, that's about 18 months. Huh? And what is it called? Triple?
Yeah, it's a triplet beat.
Triplet. Okay. Yeah.
And my dad told that I was playing that more than for like half an hour. And my sister saw that, and then she ran and she told my dad that, Daddy, he's playing in a tempo and he's playing like a proper beat and it sounds like a proper pattern. And then my dad came and saw that, and instantly he took a video of that and he recorded that moment, and even now it's in YouTube.
You said it with something very interesting. Your sister ran to your father and spoke about
me playing a proper pattern.
And your sister was what was her age?
I don't know, like 4.
4. So can you imagine at 3, 4 when you are struggling to walk, here is a sister who runs to the dad and says, Dad, my brother who's 1.5 years is playing drums. I mean, something is there in this family, right? I mean,
she sings from her age too.
Oh, brilliant,
Yeah.
Brilliant it is.
And yeah, the very next day itself, my dad bought me like a baby-sized drum kit, and then I started to play all Ilayaraja's songs in that, and I'll play for national anthem and all those kind of rudiments and things, and then that's where it started.
Brilliant. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What is a making of a child prodigy? You can see it in Lydian and in his lovely sister at 1.5 to pick up. Because yesterday I asked this question to his father, that you have decided to do homeschooling for both the kids. And that's a pretty bold decision, because Lydian and her sister never went to a formal school. They've been doing homeschooling. How tough was it? And he actually answered me this. He said, sir, at 18 months, if my son is talking about mathematical numbers and alphabets, I would have put him in school. He's talking about talam. Why would I do that? So hats off to the parents who identified such a musical genius in him. Yeah. Lydian, I just want to spend more time on this particular period. Lydian is a celebrity now, one of the most sought after musical prodigy around the world. I think this video is a testimony for everything. But the journey of this last 17 years is not that easy, right? all of us know that you come from very, very humble background. Your roots are very humble. Talk us through some of the challenges that your parents would have gone through in this musical journey, right? It's not as rosy as it looks, correct?
Yeah, yes, you're right. Well, my father, mainly my father, and my mother too. They are my biggest support. They are like the two pillars, and they are the reason why I'm here today. And and also the negativity which is surrounded by us. My father never lets that to get near me. He takes care of that and he throws it away from me. And also that's a big plus why I'm here, and all thanks to him. And for example, and for example, there will be like 2 to 3 people in the YouTube comment section. He has told me this, that people say that, oh, he has got so much money and things, and then that's why he's here. And if I have that too, I can be like that. I can be like him. But it's not like that. It's not about being better than someone. It's about allowing yourself to be to your fullest potential. I think so. And yeah, they are my biggest support in that. Even if there was some hate comment, my father replies to that, and he changes that hate comment into a love comment. So he's extraordinary in that. And yeah, he always advises me good things, and he says that just do your work, don't worry about anything, and that let the destiny decide for you. Yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. From a hate comment to a love comment, I think the father has been your guardian angel, no doubt about it. I'm sure when you picked up the drums as an instrument, it's not an instrument which makes less noise, right? Have you heard comments from neighbors saying, "Pa, sound romba kammiya adigu, konjam korappa"?
Yeah, many times. Not only for drums, for acoustic piano too.
Okay.
And people said that my neighbors, just you please, just vacate somewhere, you migrate somewhere, just for an acoustic piano. It's not even a drum kit. But we used to cover my drum kit with blankets and play in that we can't even hear the right tone too. But now we have an acoustic environment where I can sit inside and play whatever instrument I want, and now I'm doing pretty good.
Brilliant. I remember this incident when a lady walked up to Beethoven and apparently she told, if only had the beautiful fingers of yours, I could also play the piano like you, and for which he responded, yeah, if you could practice 14 hours a day for the next 40 years, you can also be as good as me. I'm sure practice and discipline is something, this is absolutely essential for any professional, and music is no exception. In fact, you need to work hard. Run us through what's your daily schedule looks like. What do you do from the time you wake up to you go to bed? How much time do you spend in these 24 instruments? How does your day look like?
Well, as I'm not going to my regular schooling, I'm completely homeschooled, and I'll be in music a whole day, and I wake up, I do all my morning works, and then I start to compose some things, and I practice. I go to the next house, and we also have a next house where we have a studio, and there my drum kit is set up, and I go there and I practice there. And I also and then my father comes to home, and my sister comes downstairs to my studio, and then we jam together, and then we'll discuss about music, we'll discuss about songs, and then we'll compose together. And recently I've done an album which is called Chromatic. It's a jazz album. And yeah, it's what my regular day looks like. It depends on what we think we do. Yeah.
It's all with instruments all over.
Yeah, it's all with the instruments. We sing a lot, we compose a lot. Yeah.
Talk us through this jazz album, because I heard you just heard it for some time and you came up with an album. So how did that happen? Can you run us through the audience? Because jazz is not something which is easy to learn and perform as well, right? And your first album was in jazz. So why don't you run the audience through?
So in 2020, December month, I started to learn jazz because I always had a thing for that genre. Because particularly in India, people say that jazz is just an excuse to play wrong notes, but it's not. Because there are no wrong notes in jazz, and people say that there's no proper grammar in jazz. So what I thought is, I have to make an album in this, and let it be my debut album before my movie gets released. And so, and there are like 12 keys in music, which is, And so what I did is, in this jazz album, I composed each songs in each key. So that's 12 tracks, and then it's called as chromatic if we go in the ascending order of the 12 keys. And then people say that there is no grammar for jazz, so I made a grammar for everything I composed, and I sat and I worked, so I named the album as Chromatic Grammatic.
I don't know. This is going 200 feet above my head. I don't know how many of you understand why it is named as Chromatic Grammatic. Okay, this is simply brilliant. Let me ask you a little light question. When we have a very stressful day, especially when our bosses stresses us, it is only I turn up to Ilayaraja's music, right? You are in music all the time. How do you unwind? Apart from music, what all do you do?
I don't know. I just be in music the whole day. You know, I watch some inspirational videos. I learn something about music, and I watch. And I like to watch movies. I'm going to be frank with this. I like to watch some English films, some cartoons, Tom and Jerry, mainly for the music. You know, how they have scored. So yeah.
Okay, the thing is music. The gully cricket.
No.
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 Going in cycle, going around your place.
Yeah, that's very rare. In
Rare.
my street, I ride my cycle.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
So it
very
is
rare.
music, and you watched Tom and Jerry and few other English movies. That also for music.
Yeah, really, because like you said, Tom and Jerry, it has a brilliant music. It's very hard to score for comedy situations.
Right.
So yeah, I like to watch that, and of course listen to songs of Ilayaraja sir and Rahman sir and Western classical. Yeah.
So this is what eat, live, breathe music. That's Lydian. Lydian, there are multiple moments that was shown winning the CBS award, and there have been many honors that you won. If you have to single out what has been your proudest moment till now, this is something like super cool.
Well, I would not say proud, but I will say happy.
Okay.
You know, being a student of Master Isinani Ilayaraja sir.
There you go. So if anybody expected him to say CBS the world's best, that's not the #1 happiest moment. It is Master's. Would you like to say that again?
Yeah, it's I'm now a student of Master Isinani Ilayaraja sir.
Yeah.
And he himself said this, and he told me that you're my first and only student, and you can go and say this out loud anywhere.
In corporate world, we get a lot of advice, and after some time, we give a lot of free advice also. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry will tell you how to be successful and whatever. That's whether the other person wants or not, I'm not bothered. But we give free advice, and hoping that that person goes up. But statistics tells us most of the time when you get advice, your life goes downhill, right? You're just 17. I'm sure your father and mother are your guardian angels. They protect you so very well. What is that one brilliant advice that you have got apart from your parents? There's somebody has given you an advice and you said, oh, this was like super cool.
Many, you know. Rahman sir has...
நம்ம பேசுறதுல விட்டுறலாம்.
Yeah, for example, you know, Rahman sir has spoke to me a lot, and of course Raja sir too. And I had this quote somewhere, you know, talent without hard work is nothing. So I think that's, yeah.
Okay, talent without hard work is nothing. You remember who said that or?
Yeah, it's said by, I think, Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah.
Oh, appadi. General quote, okay. Yeah. So the general advice, not the regular advice, okay. So yesterday when I was talking to your dad, he said something called perfect pitch. And the beauty of guys like us who work in corporate is we shake our head as if we understood everything. Right? And there is a nice saying, fake it till you make it. But perfect pitch, I apparently Googled up and see, you can't fake it, you can't make it also. You need to be born like that. And the only other person who apparently has the perfect pitch is the legend Mozart. And they said the other person is Lydian, right?
No, many people have.
Many people have.
But it's
okay.
very rare.
Okay, so rare. Now, can you explain what this perfect pitch is all about? One. And then Lydian has his ability to play 2 songs, one on the right, one on the left, 2 different compositions. That is exceptional. Blindfolded he can play. Does this come out of practice or is it how you're made? I mean, this is a honest question I ask, because what is perfect pitch? If you can explain it to the audience.
Okay.
Thinking that none of us understand music, Lydian.
So basically, a perfect pitch is identifying the notes, and now the piano is closed, and I can tell the first note, which is C, and if I open the piano now, oh sorry, excuse me.
Okay.
So C, so that's in pitch, so, and I can identify any note like that, and also any chord, so that's called perfect pitch.
Wow. Okay. And why is this rare?
I don't know. Well, now, for example, if we are in some concerts or we are listening to some songs, my dad will ask me what pitch this is in, and I will instantly tell that this is in E flat, and they ask me in what range if I sing this it'll be nice. I say you can sing it in F sharp note, and then it'll be right for your throat and the vocal range, and then yeah, so. That's the advantages and also many things.
Okay, this is what fake it till you make it. Like I keep nodding my head as if you understood everything, right? F sharp and whatever. Yeah.
And now the room's sound, the room's temperature and the sound is in G sharp.
Oh yeah.
So there's like a fan going over there somewhere. Okay. It goes.
Outside I noticed it was D flat. அடிச்சுடுவோம் காசா போடமா. Brilliant. Seriously brilliant. I mean, that's why they call you a musical genius. Do you have role models whom you look up to?
Of course.
Who are your role models?
There are two legends from our country, our city, and it's Master and Ilayaraja sir and Rahman sir, of course, and of course my father, my sister, and and of course there are many composers, and I get inspired by when I see kids who are younger than me and who are like prodigies who plays like exceptionally well. I get inspired by them. Yeah.
Kids who are younger than him, and he's 17. Okay, now I'm going to dwell a little deeper on this role model question. Just have two more questions before, because the piano is ready. What do you like about Ilayaraja sir? When you say role model, if I say this is one thing that I like about him.
Discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, Rahman sir.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Okay. This musical genius in your family, father.
Father, hardworking, smart working, take caring, and lovable, and he's everything.
Superb, superb. And
I also have to say about my mom too.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
She's she supports us really well, and she cooks wonderfully, and she takes care of us. And wherever if you want to go to some class or some lessons, even if she's not well and she's in a stomach pain or something, she will drive us there. And my sister, what I can say about her, she's
think about it, because I'm a big fan of your sister. So
yeah, me too. She has got a wonderful voice, and she's very hardworking, and she's very intelligent, by the way. Yeah.
Very intelligent also. Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree.
And her musical sense is out of the world.
Brilliant. So that's Lydian's the sister that he is talking about. Now with 24 instruments, I think you can run your own orchestra, right? You can keep playing the drums.
So yeah.
So earlier days it used to be Kadai, Tirekadai, Vasanam, Padal, Direction, T. Rajendra. You've seen that. That legend used to do it. Now here it will be music, piano, veena, everything is Lydian Nadhaswaram. Quite possible, right?
Yeah, and I would like to say something about this. That is, during this COVID. So during this COVID, for 1 month, what we did is daily we posted videos in YouTube. That is, I recreated all the Ilayaraja sir songs which has bad audio quality, which was released in the 70s and the 80s, which are like exceptionally good songs, but it doesn't have good audio, and people can't hear the minute nuances and the details of the instrumentations and the arrangements. So what we did is myself and my father, my sister, they both sang all the songs, and I programmed, and one day one song, and then the final day what we did is we recreated his album, and it's called Thiruvasagam. So he did that with Hungary, the Budapest Orchestra. It's like a 20-minute piece, and we recreated that, and my father and myself and my sister sang that, and it's like a 20-minute piece, and more than like 185 instruments has been used in the original recording, but I recreated that everything in my home, and then we taped it, and I edited the full video, and we mixed it, and then we uploaded that in YouTube, and the very next day, Ilayaraja sir came in the video call, and he appreciated us.
Wow. Wow. This is during the pandemic?
Yeah, this during the
During the
pandemic.
pandemic, I watched Netflix, Amazon, all mega serial. I was in fact cursing the producers, why are they not releasing more movies, more videos? And you're recreating, man, hats off to you, hats off to you.
Thank you.
We saw a nice announcement. I don't know how many of you saw that. Lydian is going to be, or rather he is already the music director of an upcoming 3D film, acted and directed by the legendary Malayalam actor Mohanlal. So he is probably one of the youngest music director. The company, the trailer of which is going to be released on December 16th. I just want you to tell the audience, how did this happen? It's a dream project, one, to work with somebody like a legend like Mohanlal sir. And how did you accept to do this? Talk us about this project, Lydian.
So after I won the World's Best competition, within like 5 days, Mohanlal sir himself, he personally called Dad, and first he appreciated and he blessed our family that I saw that son has gone and won the World's Best. And first, congratulations for that, and my blessings are there with you. And then there is this project which is called Burrows, and it's a children's film, fantasy film, it's a period film, and it's also a present film too, and it's kind of like a horror, and it's a 3D, and many actors from Portugal and Spain are coming and acting in this. So I want your son to be the music composer for this. So he told like that, and my dad immediately accepted, only for the reason why, because it's like a children's film, because for my age I can't, in that time I was just like 14 years old, so a children's movie would have made more sense to compose. And we accepted to it, and we went to Kerala, we went to Cochin for composing sessions, and Mohanlal sir was there, and he's one of the most sweetest and humblest, human being that I have came across in my life. And also this chromatic grammatic for the album, what I did, we had like a launch ceremony, like a private launch ceremony here in Chennai in Music Academy, and we invited Mohanlal sir, and he was supposed to go to Bangkok from Cochin, but he came all the way from Cochin just to attend this event, and then he stayed from like 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and he was there for the whole event, and then he went to Bangkok from Chennai. So he's so kind. And yeah, the movie has come out really well, and and it's a very good movie, and I want you all to tell.
And this trailer is getting released on December 16th?
Yeah, and the trailer is releasing on December 16th, and one of the graphics, and the CGI, the VFX team which has done for Avatar 2 has done for this film too. So they have like a partnership with Avatar 2, and wherever the Avatar 2 screens on December 16th, this trailer will be screened before that as an advertisement for the film.
So that's awesome. That's simply awesome. So the last question I have for you, I think your father spoke about it very passionately. Maybe I should even ask him to address this. Do you want to help young kids who want to get into music and things like that? You spoke about that very passionately. Definitely. And it is simply amazing that at 17 you're thinking about how you can pay it forward to young kids who want to pick up music. What is your plan? What do you want to do about it?
Well, now I'm not that experienced enough, or I don't know much to teach anything, or advice for young people. But after, in the future, maybe, we'd like to, open like a musical institution, and it's also my sister's dream. Okay. And also monthly once or twice, we would like to call all the budding musicians, and even I'm a budding musician, but still, all the beginner musicians who want to learn music, who want to pursue music, and we want to have a performance for them. Just me and my sister and my father, we want to like a 2-hour or 3-hour like a workshop to them, and I think that's beautiful. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Lydian is just 17, right? And when I spoke to his father, he spoke about this particular project where he's saying Lydian's time availability for young kids is paramount because that's what he intends to do. And I love what he said. He said, Lydian is just not my child. Okay, he was born through us, right? The typical Khalil Gibran's quote. He says, this kid is more like a national treasure. He's like a public property. He needs to be celebrated. And he says, if Lydian was born in some other family, I would have done the same thing. And frankly, if NASCOM, there is one more event where I could interview his father, I would definitely love to do that. Great tips on parenting to the lovely family. Thank you. You are an inspiration, and that's the reason why we said, along with Lydian, can you also get the family up? Like, I'm not going to hold up Lydian because the piano is ready. But if there is any one or two questions from the audience, we could take that and then allow Lydian to perform. Is there anything that you would like to ask Lydian? Can you just quickly pass on the mic here, sir? Don't ask tough questions like this perfect pitch because I'm a musical genius. Oh, okay, you are like genius like me. Oh, you can take this mic, sir. It's okay. So can you pass on this mic, please?
Thank you. Hi, little master.
Hello, not master, just.
No, for me. Okay, I would like to know, or I would like to hear, like, I'm a big fan of A.R. Rahman. So what the most motivated words that he has delivered to you when you met him?
Don't forget your teachers, don't forget your parents, always stay humble, and way to go, buddy. He calls me buddy.
Hi, Lydian.
Hello.
Nice to, first of all, witness the family, especially the dad. I know I've been watching these pandemic videos, you're talking about. I was there one following and liking it. So one question which I always want to ask is, there's a lot of like music types, right? Like Carnatic, Western, jazz, you said, there's an Arabic. So different versions are there. So though the music has their own uniqueness to their own culture or community, what is your choice? What do you feel like this music is? This is something fantastic. So what is your favorite?
Of course, Indian. Because there are like, lakhs of ragas over here. And music, it's like an ocean. And I just covered like a drop in it. So there's a long way to go. And I will explore a lot of other genres. That's it.
All right, so we will quick move into the best part of the agenda. We have asked all the questions that we want to ask young Lydian, and here's wishing you the very best. May this movie be a blockbuster.
Thank you.
And may all your dreams come true. So if you believe in the power of prayers, please do remember Lydian and his family, because as I said, he's a national treasure whom we all need to celebrate. So big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Lydian Nadhaswaram.
Thank you so much.
So that's Lydian for you.
Okay, so to begin with, I'll be playing a Western classical medley, and I'm going to play 3 songs. And the first one is called Furelise, which is composed by Beethoven. The second one is Turkish March, and it's composed by Mozart. And the third one is Hungarian Rhapsody, and it's composed by Liszt. And all these 3 are very famous, and once I play, you will instantly recognize it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Up next, I would like to play a medley of famous Hollywood themes. And you'll have a video for it too, I hope. So for my next performance, I'm going to do a special thing, that is, I'm going to blindfold myself and play a piece for you all. So now for my final performance, I would like to do a special thing again. That is, in my right hand, I would like to play the Indian national anthem. And my left hand, I would like to play the national integration song of India, which is Mile Sur Mera Tumhara. So I request you all to raise for the thing. And please excuse me, I have to sit and play for this. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The delegates, ladies and gentlemen, one more time a big round of applause for Lydian Nadhaswaram. So, how many of you are familiar with this? Have you heard about HIIT, High Intensity Interval Training? This is usually done for a group of muscles that are too strong. And the gentleman standing up there, Master Lydian Nadhaswaram, has done it for his brain.
He has given high intensity interval training by playing the piano to his left part of the brain and right part of the brain. And right now it's sweating a lot inside. Let that be calmed down one more time by a big round of applause from the delegates, please. So great job, Lydian, on the piano. And everybody has acknowledged it, and there is nothing more or less to do about it. And I just wanted to register this one particular comment, might be a little impromptu, about Lydian's father. Sir, you have been a great support and a great inspiration for Lydian. So the basic thing is, he already acknowledged that you have never let any negativity come around him, and you have always been such a protector. So, like, what made you do that? Because mostly parents at one particular point of time, when everybody reaches a saturation point, will get tired. We won't keep doing that for a long time. But what makes you do it continuously for, say, like almost 17 plus years? So can you just please pass on a mic to him? Quick question.
You should listen to one word, detail.
It's all love.
Sir. Sir, from morning 9 to 6, sir.
Sir, you enna try pannala adukku mela vara sir. Na neethla irundha adha try pannita sir. Adanal one word love.
Nalla low calorie diet la irukku gold bug mari irundittu kadasila ipdi solo line la mudishtingale sir love nu. Anyways, thank you so much. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Srikanth Srinivasan, the Vice President and Head, Membership and Outreach, NASCOM, along with Mr. Sujith Kumar, the Assistant Vice President and HR Business Leader of Infosys, to kindly please felicitate Lydian Nadhaswaram with a knowledge reader book and the laptop sleeve. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
With your permission, is it okay if I can get the family on stage for a picture, sir? Yeah? Please, Lydian's mom and her sister as well, please. Please give them a very, very big round of applause. As I said, this is this huge support system.